NFL Takeout with your host, Adie.
And I'm Becks.
All right, Becks, we're going to pick Week 12 games. Another wild week of football last weekend. We did better than the week before picking, and Stacey's not with us tonight, which really disappoints me because she has perfectly picked the wrong way every Miami game and every Monday Night Football game this year. So I was counting on her to pick those games for me so I could pick the opposite, but she couldn't make it tonight.
Now you're just going to have to go on your own assessment. Yeah, it was a rough week, and a lot of teams, they're under construction. That's why I got my hard hat ready. And I think that this week we might see, well, we're going to see a little bit of the same, I think.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of tight games again, and a lot of surprises. So I don't think that Thursday night, though, is going to be a surprise. We've got the Saints at the Falcons. I've got the Saints.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to be a fool not to take the Saints. They are looking really, really good, and the Falcons just aren't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and my only comment about last week's game is I hope Greer recovers quickly. That was a nasty leg break.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Sunday, first game on the list is Panthers at the Dolphins. I've got the Panthers picked. Finally got a chance to sit down and really, really watch them. Things have come together pretty well for them this season, and so I'm going to take the Panthers.
Yeah, you can't deny them. You just keep hearing too many really great things coming out about them. They're on a roll. They're looking hot. They're looking tight. You can't really bet against them this week, especially against the Dolphins. So, yes, I went Panthers as well.
Right, and then we've got the Bears at the Rams, and everyone's going to think I'm crazy, but Stacey, I don't know why, she really loves Zach Stacey, the running back. She loves Sam Bradford, who we know is hurt, but I'm going to pick the Rams for her, since in her absence.
Well, I had to pick the Rams once I saw that Jay Cutler's out again. And now, granted, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to lose because wins and losses do not hinge on him entirely.
Right.
But anytime you have a little shakeup like that, you just have to go with the odds and bet against. So I'm going Rams as well.
Right, and I just wonder how tired the Bears will be after that brutal game on Soldier Field in the absolute muck last Sunday.
What was it, like a 5-hour game?
Yes, basically? 5 hours. It was 5 hours. It was brutal. All right, we got Jags at the Texans. I'm not going to talk about it too much now because we're going to do another episode. But I'm going to use my sympathy pick and pick my boys, Texans.
Well, I think picking any of these two teams would be a sympathy pick.
Right.
I mean, I do have a lot of good friends that live in Jacksonville, but, I'm living here in Houston now, and when you have to go off ability, I don't know what happened last week, but it's just below what they're supposed to do with the talent that they have. So you have to go with the talent. I'm going Texans as well. We're agreeing across the board this week.
Yeah, okay. Then we've got the Chargers at the Chiefs. I say Chiefs bounce back, take the win at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Chiefs up against a team like the Broncos, it was an easy pick for me last week. But with the Chargers, I'm not so sure, and I'm not as confident. So I have to really err on the side of caution and go with a stronger team this season and pick Chiefs as well.
Right, and then we've got your Vikings at the Pack. I'm going to pick Vikings this time.
Yeah, you know what? I am never one to pick my team just because they're my team. I didn't pick them last week, and we'll get into that later. But
right.
I'm picking them this week because, everybody looks like they're coming back. Adrian Peterson, everybody keeps thinking he's questionable. I'm reading that he's probable. So if he can get out there and do it, and even if not, Toby Gerhart's a great fill-in for him. I think we're strong enough to beat the Pack, especially at Lambeau, especially without Aaron Rodgers.
Right, I agree.
Still Vikings.
Yeah. Then we've got the Jets at the Ravens, and interestingly enough, Bills really took it to the Jets last week, and the Ravens were so close in that game at Soldier Field. I've got the Ravens picked as a bounce back, but again, I wonder how that 5-hour game is going to affect them. So it's going to be another close game.
This is an absolute magic 8-ball game.
Right.
You could sit there and shake it and get a different answer each time. Just depends on how you look at the stats. So then I have to look at the two teams and go with which one I like more of the players. I like the Ravens, so
okay,
Ravens.
All right, then we have Steelers at the Browns, and Steelers got one last week. The Browns, they really got beat, but in the beginning of that game, they looked great. I'm going to take the Browns at home.
Oh, see, our first disagree.
There you go.
And it's unfortunate because I really do want to pick the Browns. I really, really do.
Mm-hmm.
I just like you, I watched them this past week, and they did look great at the beginning, and they've been looking pretty good all season. But man, the Steelers looked good last. I mean, they've really been building up. So I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
Okay, and then we've got Bucks at the Lions. I have the Lions picked. Don't let me down, Detroit. Although the Bucks have been looking better. So again, anybody's game, but Lions, come on.
Yeah, they kind of proved me wrong last week. I thought the Bucks were going to fall, and of course they pulled through. I started seeing a lot more passing coming out of them and utilizing their quarterback for the talent that he has. I think Gannon's got a great arm on him. So as much as I want to pick Tampa Bay because I bet against them last week and it bit me in the butt, I can't deny the Lions, man.
Right.
I can't deny the Lions.
Right.
I got to go with them.
Yeah, then we've got Titans at the Raiders, and I have Titans picked in this one. I know it's Raiders and the Black Hole. They're both 4-6 teams. I think it could go either way.
Oh no, I think the Raiders are on a definite upswing right now. What a confidence booster! I'm so sorry to say this, but to be the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL, I mean,
right.
Wow. So with this upswing, a little pep in their step, I think they'll take them. Yeah. So I'm going Oakland.
Okay, it definitely could happen that way. We've got Colts at the Cardinals. This is going to be my unpopular pick. I got Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
See, for me, I can never count out luck. I can't. I don't know what it is. It depends on who he's playing, I guess. But if ever I'm I'll usually go Colts. So that's what I'm doing this week. I'm going Indiana.
Yeah,
Indianapolis. I'm sorry.
You're fine. My thing with the Cardinals is their defensive backs are really, really good, and the Colts receivers just aren't stepping up in the absence of Reggie Wayne. So it'll be interesting to see how they move it down the field with not a great run game and not a great passing game.
Okay.
Then we got Cowboys at the Giants. Now, I was there and saw them play their opening game. Typically, the Giants lose that game and then come back and win this game. So I'm going to go Giants.
Oh, I'm going Dallas.
Right.
I look at the strengths of both teams, and as much as I hate to say it, Romo is doing pretty good this season.
He is.
I'm just going to give them that, and I'm going to say that they'll go and take Eli to task.
Right. Do we know if Lee's going to be back and where? I mean, I didn't even look that up.
No, I looked at the injury report, and I focused in on about 5 names, and most of them were in my best interest. So.
Okay. Then we got Broncos at the Patriots. I have the Broncos picked. Wow. Their offensive line did a great job protecting against Kansas City. Really didn't let me down like I thought they were going to. And their defense, even though I don't think Kansas City's offense is all that dynamic, Broncos' defense looked pretty decent.
Hey, anytime you can take an improvement over kind of bad, you take it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And, oh my gosh, their offense is so strong. It almost makes up for that little bit of defense that they really need to work on.
Right.
So I'm with you on this one. Going Broncos.
Okay, then we've got Monday Night Football, 49ers at the Redskins. I've got the 49ers picked. They're 6-4. Redskins are 3-7. I know Redskins will be at home. I know they have the heart and the want for a win. I'd love that for their fans. 49ers look better. They don't look like they did in December of last year, but I just think they'll get this one.
Oh, yeah. I have to agree with you on that one. And I'm just going to break it like this. You and I were talking a little bit earlier about this. RG3, Colin Kaepernick, full. Big expectations put on them. A lot of weight put on their shoulders. Right. But unfortunately, RG3 has not bounced back from his injury and built his confidence back up and shown the same RG3 we saw last year that was so dynamic and such a game changer. And Colin Kaepernick still has that swag to him. He still comes in very confident, ready to control the team. And I think they're going to lock it down. I'm going 49ers.
Okay, well that's it with NFL Takeouts Week 12 picks.